Welcome guys to this next tutorial, and here I'm going to talking about a multiplication table that I'll be building. Let me close all for you. Now I've already created one, but I'll be creating that from scratch again. Let me delete that. Now first you wanna declare a class, public class mult. In my case you might want to name anything, but the name should be the same as the one you are saving it to. Now let me create a main method, public static void main args and the brackets, and now I'll be using something called loop that you might not have known. If you have programmed before, you might have come to this point anyway. It's called loop, and what it does, it repeats something over and over again, and we specify how many times we want to do that. Let me first you want to declare, we got three things to put inside this thing. First declaration part, what variable is the counter variable. We want to make something to start counting. Int, let me create the count variable, count that is equal to 0. Now next is how many times I want to count. Suppose count is less than 5, that means it will go from 0 to 5, not exactly 5, less than 5. And in which pattern I want to follow it in every step. Let me count plus plus. The thing the for loop does is it repeats the code block inside these two brackets according to this condition. This one is declaration part or the lower limit, this one is the upper limit, and this one is the increment or decrement part that will be doing it after each time. That means you can't always, you want to increase that count equals to 0 up to 5. If you do not increase here by some amount, then it will go in infinite loop. So we want to increase that by some variables. In this case I am doing count plus plus, that stands for count increment by 1. Now let me print system dot out print line count. That means I'm printing the count variable that gets the value here. In first case it will be 0, and it will reach here, it will go over here, and it will be a plus plus will be conducted after this is printed. Now a plus plus is processed here, and now first it was 0, it will be 1, it will go over here, it will be tested here. 1 is less than 5, and it goes inside and print 1. In this case it is 1, a count is 1, so it will print 1. Then a plus plus is processed again, it will be 2, it will go here, 2 is less than 5, true, and it will go. And if it's 4, count is 4 after some times, then a plus plus will be 5, and it will go here. Then a 5 is not less than 5, so it is false, and it should execute out of this, out here. That's the basic thing that you must understand for loop. Now let's run the program. Look, 0 1 2 3 4, not 5. It starts from 0, less than 5, that means 4, not 4.5. it's integer. So now let me create a multiplication table using the same logic. Let me have the multiplication table of int b equals to, that's my any variable. Let me suppose I want to create a multiplication table of 12. b equals to 12. Now count into b, that means b remains 12 for each and every time, but counts gets incremented and it goes from 0 to 5. Now let me run that program. Select all, 0 12 24 36 48. That means I'm printing out the multiplication table of 12 from 0 to 4. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and follow me in the next. I'll be getting into advanced multiplication table.